Hey, what's up, Cerebralites? It is she, the Cerebral Diva, and she is back and officially in the building with a brand new video. My final video for 2020. Happy New Year's to everyone. I know it's been a tough year for most of us. It's been a pretty long ride. Hopefully, 2020 will bring lots of prosperity and peace of mind because, man, 2020 has just been crazy. So, I am glad to see it go, if I'm being completely honest with you. Anyway, what I'm here to talk about, I got a text message from a friend earlier today asking me my thoughts on Tiffany New York Pollard and some comments that she made recently. Now, I'll be honest with you, I am not on social media, so I don't exactly have my finger on the pulse. So I don't have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, I have those things, but I have them more for business purposes, and so I will on occasion visit them, but I don't do them with any frequency whatsoever. So I was completely unaware that this had even transpired. Now, for those of you who may be in the dark, let me get you caught up to speed. So, Tiffany New York Pollard of Flavor of Love and I Love New York fame recently made a guest appearance on one of her alumnus shows, Chance, from her show. Chance, both Chance and his brother Real were both contestants on I Love New York. I believe Real passed away. I'm not sure how he passed away, but if memory serves me correctly, I believe that he did pass away. So they were both contestants on New York's show. I don't believe she chose either of them. Did she choose Real? I can't remember. Anyhow, Chance went on to have his own. I believe Chance and Real went on to have their own show on their own dating show on VH1. So anyhow, apparently they never, they weren't successful in their quest for love on their VH1 show. So the Zeus network has essentially decided to give them a second chance at reality fame. So they have a new show called Second Chance at Love, or Chance does, and New York made an appearance on there. So during the appearance, she's essentially interrogating the final contestants on the show, and one of the contestants is apparently trans, but has not disclosed the fact that she's trans to New York. So in this, I mean, I'm just going to call it an interrogation, this interview, what have you. New York essentially just grills this young lady, asks her, she doesn't even ask, she just basically says blatantly, I think you're a man. And you could see sort of the color, the girl just went plush when New York said that. And in that moment, I was just, you know how you're watching someone on like American Idol and they're a horrible singer and you just want to plug your ears and close your eyes because you just don't want to see it. In the moment that that happened, that was kind of the feeling that I felt like I just wanted to leave the room. On to after telling her I think you're a man, and here's the interesting thing: Tiffany New York Pollard is very, very, very entrenched in the LGBT community. So she knows the correct verbiage. She knows about misgendering and a lot of the things that she did in this particular show. She knows, in my opinion, she knows better, for lack of a better term. And she just chose to, for whatever reason, whether it was for shock value or, trying to make great television or trying to live up to the reputation that she has for being outspoken and irreverent. And so she went further and started talking about, I feel like you have sweaty genitalia and this, that, and the third, just things that were just completely superfluous or unnecessary. And in the moment, I was just like saying to myself, like, if I have one criticism of the young lady who was sitting there being berated, it would be, why are you sitting there? Why are you allowing her to speak to you this way? What is worth this amount of humiliation? I cannot think of it. So, in that moment, I just wanted her to speak up for herself, and she didn't. Now, because of this, the LGBT community, who is doubling down and refusing to apologize for it, which I don't get. I really don't get. So, when you ask me what I think of what she did, um, I think it's I think it's sad. I think it's hypocritical. I think in 2020, when we talk about protecting black women and when we talk about Black Lives Matter and the George Floyds of the world, the Breonna Taylors, what have you. We also have to speak about the trans lives that have been lost in 2020, that precede 2020, and I'm sure we'll go on into 2021 and beyond. We have to talk about those black lives as well. And there is an extreme amount of transphobia in the black community. And when you see people like Tiffany New York Pollard, use the language that she used, that is essentially what gives people agency and license to believe that they have a right to devalue and dehumanize and take the lives of black trans women. And I am, for lack of a better word, just disgusted by what she said and what she did, and just about the lack of humanity that she showed in that moment. And I'm a person who really believes in second chances and forgiveness, but this is one of those things where, for me, she could go on to be Mother Teresa moving forward. She could feed the homeless. She could, open shelters for LGBTQIA plus persons, if you will. Whatever she did moving forward, this will forever, in my eyes, be a blemish that I cannot look past. Because to me, in that moment, she let down her guard and showed who she really was. And knowing or being as connected as she is within the LGBT community, to not have the presence of mind, the wherewithal, and not even the presence of mind, because the presence of mind to me indicates that you're being careful and choosing your words carefully. To not have empathy for a community that supports you. And Tiffany had on multiple occasions, her sexuality or her gender identity has been questioned multiple times. And for her to essentially go out and do to others what has been done to her, it's just, I don't know, it's just mind blowing. I wish that people, would open their eyes and realize at the end of the day, good people are good people. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, trans, gay, straight, you can't live in this belief that all LGBTQ people are bad people. You can't live in this belief that all black people are bad people or good people, depending on which side of the spectrum you lean. Because a good person is a good person. And I hope that the lady who was in that moment with Tiffany, I'm not even sure of her name, didn't do that much research, just because when I saw it, I was just like, I was so awestruck that I was just like, wow, I need to talk about this and get this off my chest in the moment. And that's why I'm speaking off the cuff. I don't have any notes. I'm just talking, just, giving you guys my visceral response to it. I just think it's sad. And I hope the lady who Tiffany was interviewing in that moment, maybe this might be a catalyst for her to get her own show. Maybe because of the public outrage and outcry of support that she's receiving as a result of what she had to endure. Maybe the Zeus Network will see fit to give her an opportunity to maybe humanize the trans experience in a way that hasn't been on network television. Now, Zeus Network isn't exactly, you think of the shows they have with Tokyo Tony and Black China. They're not exactly the most reputable network in terms of quality programming, but at the very least, giving her a platform and giving them an opportunity to sort of, I don't want to say normalize, but to essentially give people insight into what that trans experience is like, I think would be a way to reconcile what she had to endure. That's it for me, you guys. Leave your comments below. I'm really interested and curious in hearing what you have to say about it. Please keep the comments respectful. I don't have a problem with using the block button. It's my favorite thing to do. Subscribe, share if you care. It is me, the Cerebral Diva, signing off. Happy 2021. And as always, remember to live better, love harder, and think smarter. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.